Welcome back everyone. So we had a beautiful couple of days of rain and got a lovely 75 mils from that, which was really good. And now the sun has come out. We have had a couple of days of some follow-up showers, but yesterday we went around and picked another jackfruit crop to send away. And now we've got quite a few jobs to do on the list. So we need to get around and prune again. So that's prune the jackfruits and prune the canistels. And also because the jackfruits are reflowering and setting fruit, and the canistel has also set fruit, we need to fertilise. So therein lies the problem, because we need to take the jackfruits that we picked yesterday to the depot on Tuesday, and for that we need the trailer. And the trailer has a 1 ton bag of chuck manure sitting on it. So we started to put some of that out yesterday, but what happened was we got some follow-up rain, and it's really hard to put that out when it's raining because it just goes all gloopy and you can't spread it properly. So we managed to get some of it out, and then rain stopped play and we had to stop. But today we've had some showers this morning, and now the sun has come out. So it's all systems go. We got to get this fertilizer out so that we can free up the trailer.
And we've got to get potty mix. A whole heap of potty mix. Yeah.
So we need to get potty mix because one of our other jobs is that we have a whole bunch of jackfruit seedlings that we've grown for rootstock. And the idea was that we were going to put them straight out into the paddock so that then in 6 months or so time, Ian could just graft them in the field, which is where he's had the most success. But the problem is now I don't think we've got any rain on the forecast for another 3 or 4 weeks, so probably New Year. So it looks like we're probably going to have to pot those seedlings up into, what's the word I'm looking for? Plant pots.
Yes.
So it looks like we're going to have to pot those seedlings up into plant pots, which means we need a whole heap of potting mix. So the plan is that we work hard today getting the fertilizer out, which frees up the trailer. Then on Tuesday we can take
packing.
Then on Tuesday we can take the jackfruits to the depot, and when we've unloaded the jackfruits at the depot,
No, we've got to bring boxes back first. Got to bring another pallet of boxes back.
Okay, new plan.
Got to work hard.
Got to work hard. We got to work hard at getting the fertilizer out to free up the trailer so that on Tuesday we can take the jackfruits to the depot, and when we've unloaded the jackfruits at the depot we need to pick up more boxes for subsequent jackfruits. And then when we've come home and we've unloaded those boxes, then we will go back into town again and we will pick up a trailer load of potting mix, and then we need to put up all of those seeds, and then we can get stuck into the pruning.
Yeah, but after that, chill.
Say that again.
After that we can chill out.
After that we can chill out.
Unless there's more grafting to be done.
No, by then we'll need to start mowing again.
Oh Christ, yeah. But
Welcome to farming.
it's a good life.
It's a good life.
I keep telling myself that. It's better than shift work, isn't it?
Okay, let's go shovel some poo. Another beautiful morning in paradise, and today is Tuesday. So that means we need to take the jackfruits to the depot, and Ian worked really hard yesterday unloading a lot of that fertiliser out onto the trees. So the jackfruits, the canistels have now both been fertilised. We've got some leftover fertiliser that we're just going to use on the little baby grafted trees and maybe a few other trees around the property, or citrus and that sort of thing. So we got it down enough that we could pull it off the trailer so that we can go and load the jackfruits shortly. So pulled it off the trailer, sitting on a pallet, and there's probably less than a quarter probably left now that we can just use around the place. So now it's time to load the jackfruits. You seen how messy your shed is?
Well, how's about somebody comes in and tidies up? Because it's predominantly full of your wood for barbecues. Let's get loading.
Smells of jackfruits in here.
Well, that's good. I can smell it here. Hey, Uppbeat! Do you want to come into town? Or are you going to hang out with your mum? Okay. Once I've dropped these off, I'll pick up the boxes, come back with that.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to go back into town, second time for the potty mix.
Okay. Another pallet of boxes. So Ian's just dropped the jackfruit off at the depot and then has loaded up a pallet full of boxes for the rest of the jackfruits that we'll be picking over the next coming weeks. One pallet's got 100 boxes and that seems a lot and it looks a lot, but it's surprising how quickly you get through them.
Can you reach them, babe?
If I stand on my tippy toes. Maybe.
This should do us for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Alright, so unload these and then go back into town and pick up some potting mix.
Yes. Yeah, got plenty of time for that before lunch.
Okay, let's go.
What have you been doing while I've been gone? Have you had a little nap? Nice little siesta.
I put the Christmas decorations up for you.
Well, it is Christmas. Yes, well, it's that time of the year.
Time for Christmas beetles. That's just a single one, and sometimes you'll end up with two, and they are mating. There's two there in the middle, and then a single one on the left. And that's what you get when you mulch. Why did the mushroom go to the party? Because he was a fungi. So, a good indication of soil health will be initially, where are we? There we are. It's the fungi. And it's your fungi that starts the process of breaking down your leaf matter and all your wood chips, which you won't have if you're overzealous with your weed spraying herbicides. Over here, get more different species. So yeah, your fungi is a good guy, and it's a good indication of your soil health. So down in amongst the durian, and yes, the flowering started. The flower just begins to open like that, and then develops even more like so. So they will be open tonight, those will. And here, that one opened last night, and this flower eventually comes off, and that there is potentially the fruit, assuming that it's successfully pollinated. There's a definite smell in amongst the trees here. It's not offensive. Probably I'd say sort of musty. See what happens. Like I say, the climate here isn't really suitable for these trees, not in a way that would guarantee a crop every year. It's quite hit and miss, which is why we just really keep them for ourselves and for one or two friends. It's not something that you could send away. Durian growing has become so big in Malaysia and around there that they will export to, well, they export a lot to China and other countries, but yeah, you can get the fruit sent into Australia now, vacuum packed and such like. So given that they have just decades and decades of breeding various trees and such like, I don't really see that it's worth it, because 99% of what's planted in Australia is just seedlings anyway. You can see all the flowers that dropped off last night. Just heaps and heaps there. So we've got a big flowering tonight. Absolutely everywhere. Yeah, it's a really difficult crop. Like I say, you can have too much rain and they don't flower. They can flower like this and set fruit, have rain and it drops off, or you can get the fruit set and fruit develop, but too much rain and it affects the consistency and the taste. So I mean, it's okay as a novelty crop, but you couldn't really say that it's a commercial crop for our area. Well, fingers crossed we get a few again this year.